hi to my YouTubers.
Hey guys, it's Monday morning, 11:18 a.m. So this week I want to vlog my entire week and show you guys what a week in my life looks like. And to start off, I'm currently sitting in front of my computer. And because I just had the idea, I knew that I was going to do a 5 lessons that I've learned, founder of Motari Media for the past 2 years. But then I thought to myself, so I'm bringing you into my brain a little and like how my thinking and creativity happens. But I thought to myself, what's a good way to do this aside sitting down and telling you guys 5 lessons that I've learned? And so I decided I would take you through a week in my life. So Monday, 11:18 a.m. I am working, but my break is coming up pretty soon. So I'm going to spend time planning for this video that is already happening. Yes, sometimes things happen on a whim, but I'm going to take the lessons that I have in my head, put them down on paper, work on the script so that I can actually get to sharing the lessons and fitting the story together for this YouTube video that you're watching. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. If you've been here for the past 2 years, shout out to you. You're part of what I'm doing here, and I love you. And if you're new to the channel, it's not too late to jump on board to greatness. Period. But anyways, let's get into it. Love it is the potion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. What I've learned is simplicity. Even in preparing for this, I'm thinking to myself, what are the deep lessons that I can share with you guys? But then it's like the simple things that are coming to me, and it's this simple principles that really set the foundation for running a successful business. I'm already sharing the lessons now, but having a really good system in place, being disciplined, sharing value, believing in yourself, being confident. And so I'll just keep prepping for now, but I just wanted to share that. Like sometimes we just feel like we need to go deep so that it's like something they've never, heard before. But the truth of the matter is, I don't really think it's really about creating something that's net new, but sometimes it's re-emphasizing the same things that we've heard, in the same way, but also in different ways that the people who are listening to us will understand what we're saying, but also it's a reminder to get them restarted and kickstarted again. So it's not necessarily always in like the net new stuff. Sometimes it's just the things we already know re-emphasize and put into action. So perhaps take that as lesson one. I'm not sure. Let's see how the rest of the week goes. It's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights. I've got to run this show. You always take me so high. You always make the highlight. So we're headed to the grocery store. Okay, so I think one of the key lessons that I've learned in running Motari Media for the past 2 years is definitely investing in your business. I feel like sometimes when it comes to, running, see, it can't just entered from that place. Oh no, that they're opposite the streets. Oh dang. Anyways, side notes. But I think one of the lessons that I've learned is investing in your business. I sometimes feel like when we think of small business, we're always looking for ways to do things for free. And I get that. Like I've also, made use of free resources. But I found that really where you put money in, you get more money out of it, right? So kind of sounds like sowing and reaping, which is definitely not what I'm trying to say, but basically it's high risk, high reward. If you really want something to give you money or to get money from something, it's important to also put money into it as well. And there was an event that I attended, right? And one of the things that was the lady was asked was, how does she know? Because she's an investor. Like, how does she know what businesses to invest in? And my husband is recording me from the corner. But how does she know what business? How does she know what business to invest in. And she said, sometimes, obviously, because the economy is always changing, you never really know 1000% whether a business is going to do really well or not. And so, one thing that they look at is the founder of the business, the person who's actually running the business. Are they ready to pivot? Are they coachable and teachable? Are they extremely stuck on their idea? Do they invest in themselves? Are they passionate about what they're doing, and do they have grit? Right. And I think even for myself, for times where I felt like, uh, the vision of Motari Media, I wasn't necessarily sure. Again, this is something that started with me as a student, but I always knew that it will succeed, and I still know that it will succeed. I'm not making billions yet, but I still know that it will succeed because it is me behind the business. It's not necessarily about the business itself, and it's not to say not doing your due diligence, but I invest in it a lot, in myself, in my knowledge, right? In everything that I know that it takes for me to run a business successfully. Ultimately, I invest in myself, and that comes with putting my money where my mouth is at, and putting my money where my business is at, so that I'm getting from it exactly what it is, or tenfold what it is that I'm putting into it, right? So, something that I've learned is stop looking for people to do things for free for you all the time. Spend your money. I think it can feel very risky when you're not sure that you will get your investment back, but I think that's just part of what the risk is. You have to spend your money on what you actually believe in. And if you don't believe in it, then you really shouldn't be running the business in the first place. But yeah, peace out. Gonna head out to the grocery store now. But I hope that made sense. No, it definitely did. Okay, so it's Tuesday morning. I'm about to head into my 9 to 5. I go in every Tuesday, so it's 6:30 a.m. and I'm guessing this is perhaps a perfect time to share another lesson that I've learned and also relate it to corporate work. Something that I think I would advise small business owners is, I know a lot of people dread corporate work, but honestly, a lot of the systems that I've established for myself in my business, I learned whilst I was working in corporate and still working in corporate. Like, there's a lot that you can learn because corporate is already an established business. And so there's things to pick and apply to make your own business successful as well. So, yeah. Literally just getting home from work, and I barely filmed anything for day two. Tells you how bad I am at this filming thing. But I'm home and I'm gonna do some work shortly after I have my first meal of the day. So hopefully I remember to film, guys. I keep forgetting to vlog, guys. Oh my god, I don't even know. I have a work meeting coming up. Um, so I decided to get all glammed up for my president. Testing that it's working. Guys, it's actually been such a hectic day. Right now it's May 7th, so it's a Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. I don't even know what to say about this day, but you know what? I think instead of ranting, I should spend the time telling you guys one other lesson that I've learned running Motari Media for 2 years. Let me open my thingy here so I can share. But this day has just been upside down, and I don't know why I have a feeling like it has to do with, like, being a woman and having hormones, and I just feel like I'm somewhere on the cycle of something because I don't understand what's happening to me today. But I've been so physically and mentally exhausted, and I have barely been able to get things done as I normally would. And I mean, I'm productive. And like, even right now, I'm recording without my lights. Like, I'm recording without my lights. My husband is picking my sister up at the airport. I'm excited to see her. But basically, I didn't go on that trip because I have a very important meeting at my 9 to 5 job, and so I thought this meeting had already started. So I just got off the phone with him. I was like, okay, I need to jump on this meeting. It's happening right now, and guess what? The meeting is not happening right now. the meeting is for like another hour. Like it's not until another hour from now. So I'm just like, God, what is happening today? But you know what? That's not going to stop me from vlogging. Even the vlogging that I've been mostly forgetting what I'm supposed to do. But my husband told me this morning that I should really cut myself some slack, so I will be doing that. But I think one of the lessons that I've learned, and let me see which one I want to share with you guys because there's so many of them. Yeah, I think I already spoke about the investing in your business one and investing in people as well who are doing what it is you want to do. Paying for their services and paying to learn from them. That's one of the quickest ways to learn. And that also helps you build relationships. So it's really good for like long term and stuff like that. Well, I say one of the things that I have here is that it is okay to learn from and be inspired by others. It is okay to serve. It is okay to collaborate. It is okay to ask for help. You don't have to build your business in a bubble. I wouldn't say I had to learn this the hard way, but I would say that I just had to learn it by experience. And sometimes the best way to learn something isn't necessarily having to go through it yourself, but it's by listening to the experiences of people who have done, you know, what you're doing and pivoting from there so you're not having to start from scratch. So take it from me when I say that you really should be open to collaboration. You should be open to building relationships. It's extremely important as a small business owner. And stop trying to build things in a bubble. Stop trying to do things just by yourself. It's okay to ask questions. I think it's also okay to serve other people. Um, and I think what I mean by that is sometimes we're so self centered. We think about ourselves, my business, myself, my life, And I would say that a number of things that have really been built successfully have been done with other people in their corners and relying on other people, right? And I feel like if you look around you, you will actually see how rich you are in terms of community. You're just not cultivating those relationships. So, if there's something that I've really learned, is to look around me and see the people that it's not taking advantage of them, but taking advantage of the fact that I have them in my life and they have relevant knowledge that can and will be helpful to me, and that you'd even be surprised the people who want to support you with your business or be a part of what it is you're doing. But also you can look out to other business owners and see, okay, where are there opportunities for collaboration with them so that we're not standing in isolation. So that's another lesson that I've learned: collaboration and not competition. I know you hear it so often that it sounds so cliche, right? Like collaboration over competition. But I think I can't remember if it was Folashade Daini who made a post earlier this week or last week, right, along the same lines of the topic. But it's like, if you're feeling jealous, I don't think these are the exact words, right? But it's like, if you're feeling jealous of someone that you should be learning from, then you're not learning anything. It's just wasting your time being jealous. But let me tell you something: if there's something that I've learned and realized, and maybe this is lesson three, is that there is room in the sky for everybody. I think in my journey, I have seen people, and the thing is, I'm a kind of person that I don't automatically, even till now, I will still deny it. But I don't automatically think that people are out to get me, or people don't like me, or they don't like my business, or they're jealous of my business. It really doesn't mean, like, I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me. So I'm just gonna preface with that. But you would see people who, you're sort of doing similar things and there's opportunities to collaborate, and I support what they're doing. I'm not thinking, oh, I have to be the only small business marketing person. Like, that doesn't, there's so many business owners in Canada. Small business is such a huge thing and has a very high percentage in Canada. There's room for everybody, even in a profession like marketing, where there's so many digital marketers, so many salespeople online, so many people telling you how to do social media marketing. As long as you know what makes you unique and what you have to offer, your own people will find you. And I'm actually putting together a marketing guide for small business owners. And that's one of the things that I think that's like the second or the first section, where I talk about knowing what it is that makes you unique from your competitors. I know we call them competitors, but your people who do what you do as well, right? So that's something to note. But for now, my break is coming to a close, and I'm gonna get back to the job that pays me. Thanks, guys. I think we have like two or three more lessons to go, so let's see how far we go. Taking a walk before that 3:15 meeting comes up. Say hi to my YouTubers. Okay, so I just finished my last meeting at work. If you cannot tell, I am obviously extremely excited because that went really great. That was nice. So I'm feeling very gingered and inspired to get things done. But that felt extremely productive. So now I'm going to start sending these vlog videos to my Final Cut Pro, which is why I edit my videos. And I'm going to start putting the videos together so that this can be ready in time for Saturday. I do my very best to upload one video a month, and I've been doing quite great at keeping that consistent. That's why it's always important to start with what is realistic as opposed to trying to do a video every week. Just genuinely don't have the time for that, but I'm building consistency with once a month. But yeah, this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start editing and let's see how it goes. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog the rest of the day, maybe just like my sister coming in and whatever else we do, but till then. Okay, so I've had lunch. I'm itching to begin editing this vlog because I think it's actually the funniest thing I've done compared to like the other ones that I've done. So like I'm literally itching to like get into, new animations and like chatting with you guys. Like, isn't this fun? I think this is the most comfortable I've ever felt like in a video. So maybe vlogging might just be for me because I really feel like myself. Not to say I haven't felt like myself previously, but like this feels cool. We had anything bubbling in the background. I'm making my sister lunch. So there's some bacon on the fire. But I think this is a great opportunity to tell you something else that I've learned in 2 years of running Motari Media. Okay, so one of the things that I have here is I think it's unfair to ask people to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. Typically, when you start your business, especially like, opening your social media page and sharing it, typically friends and family will share it day one. Maybe even for the first week, they're excited, they share it to help raise awareness that this is something that you're doing. But I think eventually it gets to a point where, let's be honest, for the most part, your family and friends are not your target audience. You're trying to get to other people, right? So, and also your family and friends, because they're not your target audience, they're not necessarily interested in what it is that you're offering, so they will help you those initial like, weeks just to share your stuff here or there. But I think it's actually so ridiculous to have an expectation of them always sharing your post. Like they want to share posts from other business owners that they're interested in, and it doesn't make them fake. It doesn't make them unsupportive. It just makes them not your target audience. Your messaging is not towards your friends and family. And I'd like to believe that you want to make money, right? So I think that's one of the lessons that I've learned. Like, I don't just want people to support me for supporting sake in terms of just sharing my post because, oh, I'm doing you a favor. I never want someone to feel like they're doing me a favor, except in the initial stages. Like that happens where someone's like, oh, I like, maybe I like this girl, I like the business, let me share it or whatever. But I want people to share the content I create or be a part of the Motari Media community because they actually see themselves as part of what I'm doing. They actually they relate with my messaging, they align with what it is Motari Media stands for. They want to be a part, they want to give me their dollars because I'm actually delivering value and meeting their needs. If I'm not meeting your need, then I love the support. I'm not saying don't support, but I'm not looking for supporters. I'm looking for clients. Yeah. So that's one thing that I've learned, Um, don't punish your friends and family because they're not sharing your Instagram videos. They're not your target audience. Okay. Let me go check my bacon. Sorry? What type of angle is It's very small. Like I'll dip it. I don't know what tangent.
I don't even know what that is. One now. Yes. Good. You can pick her now.
Tested by the potion, loving this devotion.